Hey there my friends, this is Robin Hood, and today I have a very fun 3v3 that I played with IndyPride and Tom on Tohuku Forest. But we set this to snow, and yeah, it looks a lot different than normal. Snow always makes the map look way different, plus the larger size from the 3v3, but our opponents are Bashir 99, Tanakit 69, and Sylvana. And wait a second. I might have actually played him in the subscriber night thing also. I think I did. I'm not sure. Played him more than once though, definitely. But yeah, this was a fun battle. This actually wasn't part of the subscriber night, which my last two videos have been of. But look at this map. I mean, that just looks cool with the snow and the woods all in the snow. And you can see all of that. And look at this. IndyPride had ninjas, and this guy had Yucakatai. The two units, they're like modern ninjas almost. How on this massive map, it is completely by chance that the two hidden units that can deploy anywhere find each other immediately. They were deployed right next to each other. It would have been even better had they deployed inside each other's ranks. But that gave away both sides, that Indy had ninjas and that he had the Yuga and everyone was kind of laughing about that, and my cavalry was up here to kind of help. Got a hammer and anvil, but that's about it. So my army here, I have got a 150 range United States Marine, then Imperial Guard Infantry, Shogunate Infantry, Infanterie de Marine, and a Tosa Riflemen, and tons of Yarikai. I have 4 of them, I believe. Then my general and this Shogatai. So my opponent here, he has tons of Tosas actually, giving him a very nice range advantage. I do have some ranged units as you saw, but he has like 3 or 4 Tosa riflemen and then Yarikachi. So it was an interesting build, half rush, half gun, and here he has 2 Yarikai. And at first, most of the battle is going to be on my side, but you can see this battle is very large, goes all the way across the map. This is Tom's side of the battle, and there's Imperial Guard Infantry here, all that stuff. This is going to be the last battle to happen. For some reason, whenever I play these big team battles, everyone I've posted, the battle has started on my side and rolled from right to left. I always end up on the right, so I don't know. But I am going to open this battle again, although there is artillery fire here. Indy's opponent has some Armstrong guns here, and so does Tom's opponent, which is Savannah, yeah. So, my opponent, let's see how much he has. He has 4 Tosa riflemen, 4. So that's a lot, and then the rest of his army is melee. And you know, Tosa riflemen, they are actually a very deadly unit, because that's 4 150 range units, very accurate units, and very nice reload skill. And I have 2 150 range, but I do have a lot more regular infantry, so I'm going to use my Tosa riflemen here as a meat shield. All of these units are going to fire at it and destroy it immediately, but then I'm going to rush up while they're reloading. And this guy here, Thanakit is going to send all of his cavalry over on my flank, so basically Indy's gonna have to send his cav over, but I'm gonna fight like 6 or 7 cavalry units and this army at once, so my left flank's going to be under a ton of pressure, and somehow it is actually going to hold. I'm constantly shuffling units to get fires off. That's a pretty cool shot, you can see, and all the fire coming in right here. This unit can now see my what was it? That was my cav, and as you can see, I was sending my cavalry around the flanks there, but all of this cav is over here, and I believe my cav is actually going to engage with this. Yep, here we go. That looks pretty nice. Charge through the woods, and then do we actually chase them still? No, I ran away. But there's fighting going on there. Fighting down here where my cavalry is charging downhill. And IndyPride's trying to get his ninjas past this cav fight, but my one cav can't take on two. And over here, my cavalry is very much outmatched by his very veteran cavalry, although I accidentally get, due to the way he managed his troops, a nice hammer and anvil off there, which he returns, and then I return again. But yeah, all this, I'm fighting this guy's cav and this over here. You can see that the actual line has engaged now. I am firing into this very massive blob here, and my Shogutai are going to go forward to stop this melee rush from coming on. Indy's ninjas are in here, and you know, they did okay for what they got. The cav kind of messed them up because I just could not beat that much cavalry. As you can see over here, I did good damage to it, but it is going to go down. So, you know, that's pretty much that. That looks pretty cool. So you can see everything firing. My United States Marines, look at that artillery coming in there. Or no, that is ninja bombs. This is a very epic battle, and look at the smoke and stuff through all that. That looks so nice. Yeah, the snow really gives the map a cool effect. My Shogutai still pressing onward into the ranks of these Tosas, and my line is shooting up that unit. Over here there were some cav charges and such, and I have to keep shuffling my line for that. And here, what is this? A Yarikachi made it to the lines, but they got shot down. And I believe this is when some cavalry comes in. Yep. So my left flank is kind of in danger. All of IndyPride's cavs over here. Looks like Tom's actually got some cav over here, and you can see my unit here getting hit by the cavalry, and I'm shifting these units to fire at it. And my Marines over here, Infantry de Marine, very nice unit. He's gonna turn away when he sees he's gonna get the living crap shot out of his cav if he stays, and all of Indy's cav is over here. So right now, this is the absolute center of the battle, and I actually make it out here with quite a few troops. I've got my general, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of line and such, but lost my cavalry. And as you can see, all of their cav was over here, and they are running it back. So I was kind of surprised that I actually won over here with all of that pressure on the flank. But thanks to their cav being there, they ran away. And my infantry made short work of the center after the first volley, which was pretty devastating. You can see my central units are the most hurt because that's where those Tosas focus their fire. So now we're going to start moving down the left, or to my left. And this guy is going to make one very big mistake. He sees my army as a threat. And, you know, that's correct. My army is a very big threat. It has some very nice, intact 150 range units, 2 of them almost full strength, and some good units in the center. They're kind of beat up, but aside from these 2 units, I've got 4 very nice units, and, you know, these 2 can still fight. So it is a threat having me on his flank with that many ranged infantry, but Indy here is fighting with a regular Shogun army, as you guys know he does, because he does not have Fall of the Samurai. And he actually only leaves 1 unit here, this Imperial Guard infantry, to stop the onslaught that is going to come from Indy's side. And I'm a threat, but I don't know if I am that much of a threat compared to this. If you leave 1 unit to shoot up all of these troops, it's not going to happen. You're going to need all of your units to stop this rush from happening. And right now I was just laughing. I was like, huh, you know, he's going to turn his whole flank to you. And once one of these regular Shogun armies gets to your lines and hits you, you're pretty much dead with a Fall of the Samurai army. I mean, there's a few situations where you can pull it off. Sometimes I let them hit some of my troops on purpose while I'm pulling back the rest of my line. But, you know, it's not going to work. Not with 1 unit here. And so I'm not even going to really attack him. I am going to shuffle around. So you can see I'm spreading out, getting different positions on the flanks and such. And Indy's cav is all back here. And let's see, where's that fire coming from? Ah, yes, right here. So here comes the fire. This unit's gonna do well. Well, they can shoot, but they're not gonna have enough to really pull it off. As you can see, though, they are getting tons of kills very quickly, and they'll probably get off one more volley. Yep, you can just see that carnage there. And you know, I've got my 150 range unit shooting from this hill up here, and there's just not much you can do about it over here. I was about to say Mr. Furley. Tom is sitting here, and he's going to go forward and start to engage Savannah. You can see the artillery fire going. So now the battle really has taken on a full-scale fight, and what was the epic battle at first is now just a silent field of dead over here. The battle has moved on, so you can see my units in the center. These small units are going to get pretty chewed up at first. That guy got nailed, and that's pretty much it, though. I've got this unit. This guy forgot all about his cavalry while trying to deal with IndyPride's army over there, so I'm just going to shoot it up. And look at this volley here from these United States Marines. They are just running and absolutely shredding this Tosa rifleman unit from that hill up there. And these ninjas came in, and there goes Indy's cavalry there. That is going to be destruction. And that's actually not Indy's cav, my bad. Wow, his cav killed some of his own troops. He was charging Indy's Kisho Ninja, but you can see with his line facing me, I mean, Indy's army just kind of mopped him up. There wasn't anything he could do, and my army's shooting at him from the front. He's got a full melee rush on the flank. Yeah, that's not going to work well for him. My infantry and marines shooting in there. So now the battle is over here. I mean, yes, there's still some fighting over here, but my army's going to rush over as quickly as it can, and I believe I actually do get a little bit of fighting in. Here you see these Shogatai made it to Tom's lines, and that's not going to be that good for him, although over here he is going to repel the charge with some cavalry, but on this side they're going to break through. Meanwhile, his infantry is fighting it out. This guy has some very nice infantry. I believe he brought all Imperial Guard infantry, but he's outnumbered, which means he's outgunned, and these Tosa riflemen, they're doing well, but they can't stop this whole charge, and you can see Indy's army is pretty much intact, and mine surprisingly still is, after fighting all the way across from over here, and we're coming in, and there's not that much left he can do. So you can see the epic fighting here, and I've just been taking some screenshots throughout this battle, because, you know, it's very, very cool battle. You can see all of that, and it's all nice there. So that's going to be the end of the battle. What were these? I don't even know. I think my troops are still back here in Indy's army. There wasn't much we needed to do, but you can see the just massive scale of this battle. We'll take a look at the stats, though. I've got to say, that was one of the more fun battles I've played in a while, and you know, I look forward to playing more of them. Right now, I will do some more 1v1s for you guys. I do enjoy 1v1s. It's just playing with other people. You know, I have a lot of friends, and most of them are usually online. It's so much more fun to play with other people, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching it, because I feel like, I mean, there's a lot more strategically that you can do with more than one person. You know, it broadens the scale of the battle and the things that you can do, and I enjoy it a lot, and I'll probably live commentate some of them with Indy or whoever we happen to be playing with, so you guys can hear the communication. But there you can see Indy's army wiped the floor with Thonikit's army when he crashed in on the flank. My army took the most losses due to the bloody fight at the beginning, where I had to fight all those extended range units, but got some good kills. Tom's army there, my Marines, 242 kills. Then the rest of the units, his Tosas did the best. Got the first shot there. Imperial Guard infantry, that was the unit that was fighting, the only unit facing Indy's army. and that I mean, he could have done quite a bit of damage. They did a lot of damage before they went down, but they got completely wiped out. So, you know, really that guy, he didn't have much of a chance because I had my skirmish army, and the thing was, he could have pulled back and made like a right angle with his other opponent, or my other opponent, his ally, and even then though, what would have happened is my army would have moved up and started shooting at him, and after the gunfight was going on, Indy would have charged in. You know, you'll see a battle later where my army gets absolutely destroyed because I have to be a meat shield due to the map for Indy to get his army in there, and you know, once he gets his army in, we're fine. See, Indy's ninjas did very well, even though the opponents knew about them, and this guy's Imperial Guard infantry. So, yeah, good game to all of our opponents, good game to my allies. Hope you all enjoyed this battle, and I will see you guys next time with some more. Okay there guys, if you liked that video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and click that subscribe button for more. Also provided is a link to my Facebook and Twitter accounts so that you guys can go and check that out. And in the bottom left we have a link to the last video in this series so that you guys can go and check that out if you haven't already. And on the right is a link to my other channel, Robin Hood FPS, which features all of my first person shooter gameplay. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, go check out that channel, and thank you for watching.